Hey everybody, it's Trent again, and I'm here to talk to you about Atraxa Praetor's voice. Yeah, I built an Atraxa deck. Now, it seems like Atraxa is built one way because she is built one way, and that's the only way you can build her. It's Flying, Vigilance, Dash, Touch, and Lifelink for her colors, which is green, white, blue, and black, so anything but red. At the beginning of your end step, proliferate for a 4/4. So we're proliferating things. Proliferation is making tokens. Choose any number of permanents and or players and give them another counter of each kind that's already there. So we're talking fate counters, we're talking 1/1 counters, we're talking neg1 counters, we could talk infect, which I don't like, so we're not playing with infect in this deck. If someone introduces it, I might proliferate it, but it's only if I want to. So I thought, okay, what would be the fun stuff to proliferate? What would just be stupid? How about Demonic Tutor for everyone? Actually, it's cheaper than Demonic Tutor. It's once I give it to someone else, it's a 1 tutor. Wishclaw out of them for 1 in a black. It enters with 3 wish counters on it. So you proliferate at the end of turn, becomes 4. 1 in a tap, remove a wish counter from the tile and search your library for a card, put it in your hand, and then shuffle your library. An opponent gains control of Wishclaw Talent, activates the ability only during your turn. Another fun one, because you could take Atraxa and go Super Friends. I'm not doing it, but I'm using Broker's Ascendancy, which is white, green, blue. At the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control, and a loyalty counter on each planeswalker you control. So that'll get out of hand with Aura Void, which is 2 and 2 green for a 1/3. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, put X 1/1 counters on each creature you control, where X is this creature's power. So you get a 1/1 counter on it with Broker's Ascendancy. It starts with 1/1. It gives everything else 1/1, and it just starts to cascade from there. But let's say we want to try different counters. Denry Killen, Editor-in-Chief, for a 2 and white blue, for a 2/2 Cat Advisor. He enters the battlefield with your choice of a 1/1 counter, First Strike, or Vigilance counter. Whenever a non-token creature you control enters the battlefield, if it has counters on it, put the same number of counters on that creature. So it gets a 1/1 from Brokers. So let's give everything Vigilance. So your Aura Board has Vigilance, and since you proliferate, you can give it double Vigilance, and triple Vigilance, and quadruple Vigilance. It doesn't stack, but it's just the way it could work. Elspeth Resplendent. We're looking at 3 and 2 white Furred Planeswalker. We want to really look at her +1 ability. +1, choose up to 1 target creature, put a 1/1 counter on it from a month, and a counter from a month flying, First Strike, Lifelink, or Vigilance on it. So flying would help. Lifelink will definitely help. And we're not really looking at the rest of her abilities unless we absolutely need to. The Earth Crystal. Whenever one or more 1/1 counters would be put on a creature you control, twice that many. So you're making more. Pentavus. Pentavus. What the heck is a Pentavus? It's a 7-cost construct. When it's battlefield with 5 1/1 counters on it, you remove a counter and put a 1/1 Pentavite creature or a creature with flying onto the battlefield. And for another one, you can sacrifice the Pentavite and put a 1/1 counter on Pentavus. So if you're proliferating on Pentavus, you're making more copies, and then you can get more Pentavites, which are little 1/1 colorless drone thingies. I don't know. I just always wanted to put this card in a deck, and it just fits this theme really well. from, I can't remember which pre-con I cracked that out of, but expansion algorithm. X and 2 blue. Proliferate X times. How many proliferations do you want? That could give you a lot of proliferation. Wish card counters for everyone! Magistrate Scepter. 3, and for 4 and a tap, put a charge counter on Magistrate Scepter. When you tap, remove 3 charge counters from Magistrate Scepter. Take an extra turn after this one. So if you have that out when you do your big proliferation, you might be taking some extra turns. Etheric Amplifier. 3. Choose 1. Activate only as a sorcery. Double the number of each kind of counter target permanent. Double the number of each kind of counter you have. Yeah. And an Evolution Sage, which is whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you proliferate. Because we just don't want to Atraxa to proliferate, we want multiple proliferations. Now you're saying, okay, I don't see a win con other than going big. May I introduce you to Azorius Electros. Azorius Electros. 3 and whites or blues for a human advisor 3/5. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a filibuster counter on Azorius Electors. Then if Azorius Electors have 5 or more counters on it, you win the game. Whenever a resource deals damage to you, remove a filibuster counter from Azorius Electors. So, you put out Azorius Electors. You do that for like as much mana as you can put into it. So this thing has like 15 counters on it, 20 counters, 25 counters, 30 counters. When a source deals damage to you, so you would lose a counter each time a creature hit you. But you should have a big enough board to deal with that. And then you need to have counters in hand to deal with the lightning bolts, the lightning strikes, the counter spells that are going to come for it. But I've always wanted to win with this card, and I can't wait to actually try. I didn't get it in my first couple playtests, but I'm hoping I get it in one, and we'll go from there. So, did I build an Atraxa deck? Yes. Is it like everyone else's Atraxa deck? Somewhat. What's it missing? INFECT. And a plan. This is Atraxa if she had no plan. So I hope you had a great time. Have yourself a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.